Hey there, OU. Welcome to another extraordinary episode of Explore OU. I'm your host, Horacio Zaglimbia, and on today's episode, we check out the World Music World Percussion Ensemble, get a behind-the-scenes look at the Nutcracker in Motion Ballet at Meadowbrook Hall, talk to Wayne Thibodeau, the Senior Director of Career Services here at OU, and finally get an in-depth tour of WXOU. Stay tuned because you're not going to want to miss any of this. Welcome back to Explore OU, and thanks for sticking with us. First up on the docket, we take a look at the World Music Percussion Ensemble. Every winter semester, faculty member Mark Stone invites a guest artist to come mentor OU students about percussion pieces from around the world. 2016 brought Roger Braun from Ohio University to talk with students and to teach them how to play his pieces. Let's check it out.
Mark Stone. I'm Associate Professor of Music here at Oakland University. I direct the World Music Program, or coordinate the World Music Program, and I also coordinate the percussion program.
I'm Roger Braun. I'm Professor of Percussion at Ohio University, and I'm here at Oakland University as a guest artist and guest composer, working with the World Percussion and a percussion ensemble.
As the World Music Program developed, and I had a lot more percussion majors playing in the steel band, playing the African drum group. I wanted to start an ensemble that was specifically for our percussion majors, so people that have played percussion for many years, to really challenge them. Percussion ensembles have been a standard part of university life since the 1950s. And so the World Percussion Ensemble is actually an extension of that tradition.
The World Percussion Ensemble is really great because it can encompass many different styles and traditions of music from all over the world. So Mark Stone here at Oakland University has one of the top world percussion ensembles in the country.
We choose different repertoire each semester, so we rotate it. So last semester we focused on traditional Ghanaian music. The semester before that, it was music of Uganda. The semester before that, it was the music of India. But this semester, we're back home, and we wanted to really focus on jazz.
It's amazing how much there is in the musical traditions of the world that is percussion-based and can be part of this ensemble.
Well, the end goal is going to be a world percussion concert, in joint with this program. So it's a couple different groups playing in the same concert.
Any performance-based class, concerts tend to be like our final exam for this semester. So in maybe a lecture discussion-based class, there might be a paper, or in my musical world cultures class, I had people doing presentations on China and Turkey this morning. So in a performance-based class, the concert is the time for everything they've learned throughout the semester. It comes together. We put it on a stage, and they invite their family and friends to experience the art form that they've been studying all semester. So yeah, the concert is just a great outlet, and it's really fun for us to get to put the music together and to share it with everyone on the stage. On any given semester, it can be different instruments depending on the repertoire.
Just in this semester alone, I'm playing marimba, I'm playing vibraphone, I'm playing congas, and I'm playing drum set.
But this semester, with the focus being on jazz, we have as our guest artist my good friend Roger Braun, who at his university, Ohio University, over many years has developed a lot of repertoire for a jazz percussion ensemble. And he's established instrumentation that includes 2 vibraphones, 2 marimbas, drum set, of course. Also, we incorporate upright and electric bass, and then other percussion, including congas and bongos, timbales, and then as well as some steel drum parts.
It's great because I'm able to experience the music from all the different angles that are, of percussion, because there's so many percussion instruments, so it's really cool to it's different every piece. I get to kind of branch out a little bit.
There are, I think, a lot of benefits. First, musically, the students get to expand in ways they may not. That can include things like learning by rote. It can include singing and dancing along with playing. It's a whole different style of music to learn. So I think also in terms of diversity and knowledge of musics of the world, it's great to have that firsthand performance experience in something that they haven't maybe done before.
It's important to experience the music of many different cultures. Our music majors, many of them are music education majors, so they're going to be teaching down the road, and they'll be teaching in many diverse environments, and it's good to learn about the many diverse cultures found in the United States.
My favorite part of the ensemble to date would be just playing tunes. I mean, it's just a great, every time I'm there, it's just a great time just playing.
Jazz has roots in Africa, and studying all these other musics, like African music, Cuban music, Brazilian music, you see the path that all these music cultures have taken as they've traveled around the world and encountered each other and fused and created something new, and it's really interesting to me, and so I feel like I'm able to have a deeper understanding of the things I do.
It is exciting to, as a composer, do this work on your own, alone, and have this idea, hear this sound in your mind, and then come and have it realized. So it is very exciting that the students are connecting with my music and are playing it really well, and that I'm even learning more about my music as I work with them.
With the percussion ensemble focusing on jazz repertoire, we're bringing together a really wide range of percussion instruments. So we have 3 steel drum players in the group, we have timpani being used in the group, drum set, so just a wide range of instruments. So as we were having our dress rehearsal last night and I was directing the group, I just kind of sat back and was taking it all in, and just such a big sound. So that's really my favorite part, is that overall sound.
What a cool ensemble. Make sure you check out the World Music Percussion Ensemble this coming winter semester. Next up, we visit Meadowbrook Hall to check out the Strolling Nutcracker Ballet. A Southeastern Michigan dance troupe came to the mansion to perform this classic ballet in a different setting. Let's take a look.
I'm Gina Dudash, and I am the Artistic Director for the Southeastern Michigan Classical Ballet and the production of Nutcracker at the Mansion. And the Strolling Nutcracker, as we like to call it, is a nutcracker that moves room to room. The mansion serves as like a natural backdrop to the show, which was set in Victorian times. So it's really a perfect setting. And what we try to do is utilize as many of the rooms in the mansion that we are allowed to. We start in the Great Hall, and we have the maid come out, and she acts as if she's looking for Clara and Fritz, the main characters, the children, and she asks the audience to turn and look at the portrait.
Oh, right there, that portrait, look, take a look, turn around, turn around, turn.
That kind of sets up what they're gonna see when the kids come into the scene, that, oh my gosh, they look like the kids in the portrait, right? We then move down to the Christopher Wren dining room, which is a grand room in the mansion where the party scene happens. Drosselmeyer, who's Clara's uncle, he's very eccentric, comes to the party, he brings mechanical dolls who are performers. Everybody has a good time in there with the party scene. From there, Clara gets her nutcracker and as a gift. From that room, we come back down to the Great Hall where Clara is sent to bed by her parents, and they take her nutcracker away from her and put it on the table at the base of the stairway, and she sneaks back down to retrieve it. and goes to sleep in the Great Hall, and then the battle scene happens. So you'll see a lot of action on the steps with the soldiers and the mice battling, and it's of course a dream at that point. Ultimately, the Rat King wins in the dream, and we don't ever like to say he kills the Nutcracker, but he wins. And the next thing you see is Clara's Nutcracker being transformed into a prince. He then takes her to the land of snow. And we perform that scene in the mansion's sun porch, which is a glass enclosed round structure. The way we set that scene up is in the Great Hall when Clara is, when her uncle is trying to pacify her because the Nutcracker is now gone, there's a snow globe on the table he gives to her, and she lifts it up. So that sets up what you're gonna see next. We bring snow machines in. So on the outside, it's snowing. So when people are in this room watching this scene, it looks like you're inside of a snow globe. It's a beautiful scene. We have people that literally cry tears when they see it every year because it's so pretty. And then from there, it's intermission, and we usually have appetizers and champagne for our guests. It's very elegant. We try to keep it very elegant for the fact that it's in this home. And Act 2 happens in the ballroom. Everybody is seated in the ballroom, and that is the land of sweets. So that room transforms into a palace-like structure, which isn't hard to do because it's a grand ballroom, and it has beautiful pillars and artwork, and we set up some things to make it look like sweets, and Clara's throne is in there, the Sugar Plum Fairy is in there, and that's where all of the different divertissements come to life and dance for her. So we have like the Spanish dance and the Russian dance, Chinese dance, and they all represent some sweet. Chocolate, marzipan, peppermint, those types of things. And that's where we conclude the show, in the ballroom. We only seat about 54 people total, and some will sit, some will stand. And it's kind of like theater in the round. It's happening very close to you. And we switch up rooms from different scenes. And you're really in this home of these people having this party. So you're part of it, almost.
I've been performing in the Nutcracker since I was 5. So I've been in a lot of Nutcrackers. My favorite part about doing the ballet here in the mansion is that it's period appropriate, the decor, all of the artwork. It actually feels like you're back when the Nutcracker was actually choreographed and first performed. It's really like traveling back in time. It's very unique, but it's also very intimate. I don't think a lot of audience members know what a dancer actually does, and being that close to the grand pas or to a professional dancer, they didn't realize that we were athletes as well as artists.
It's been here for 4 years, and we're set to come back again next year. Our dates are booked.
What a fun concept to bring this classic ballet into a different setting, and just in time for the holiday season. Make sure you check it out next year. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we'll be speaking to the Senior Director of Career Services, Wayne Thibodeau, to find out what Career Services has to offer students here at OU. Stay tuned.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
From the moment they were born, they could do no wrong. Through the years, we've pushed them, defended them, tested them. They've tested us right back. They're our kids, and no matter how much they deny it, they know we've always had their back. A parent is a child's greatest influence. In these guiding moments, all we'll ever ask of them is to live a life they can be proud of.
Welcome back to Explore OU. I'm your host, Horacio Zaglimbia, and today we are in the Career Services office speaking with Senior Director of Career Services, Wayne Thibodeau. Wayne, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Let's get right into it, Wayne. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Sure. So I was born and raised in Lapeer County, Michigan. I live here all my life in Michigan. And I'm a two-time alum from Oakland University.
Awesome.
And I have my undergraduate in Human Resource Development and Master's in Counseling from OU.
Wow, so homegrown. And you came back to OU, and how long have you been here
Yes.
working in Career Services?
So I've been at Oakland University since 2003, and I've been the director for 8 years now at the university, all in career services.
Okay.
Prior to Oakland University, I actually spent time in corporate industry.
Awesome.
Spent 10 years in various human resources functions, from hiring to interviewing to leadership capacities, and then my last role was in campus recruiting.
Awesome.
Where I actually traveled Big Ten schools in the Midwest and hired talent for the corporate industry.
Wow, so you're perfect for the role here at Career Services, being in the corporate world and then also in other university roles.
Yes, it's been a great transition having the background in recruiting and hiring talent off of college campuses. Now I've been the director of Oakland University Career Services and been at OU since 2003.
Speaking of your director role, what is it? What do you do here at Career Services?
So as the Senior Director of Career Services, I actually oversee a team of career service professionals, staff and support staff, and students to help them provide career readiness and career preparedness services for students.
Awesome.
And so we provide one-on-one advising. We offer career fairs throughout the campus and university to engage corporate industry, nonprofits, and provide talent acquisition opportunities to students.
Great resource for them to have right here on campus because it's hard out there in the business world.
Absolutely. So in today's competitive market, it's definitely going to be an advantage for students to engage early on in their freshman and sophomore years. And the market is actually doing very well, so it's a great time for students to be looking.
Very cool. So what drew you to OU in the first place? Was it because you went here or because what else?
Combination. Certainly as an alum from Oakland, I have a lot of pride in this institution. But when I was actually traveling Big Ten schools and universities, I really desired a passion or developed a passion for working in higher education. And working at my alma mater became a pride point for me and an excellent opportunity to give back as well as make a difference for student success.
Well, it sounds like you're doing a lot here, but speaking of what you're doing here, what kind of programs do you offer as a career services to students? I know you touched on it lightly, but what can students take advantage of?
First of all, we want to make sure students are ready for the market. So some baseline services that we offer include resume and cover letter writing, as well as job interview practicing. So we want to make sure students are ready for those interviews, whether they're for internships, co-ops, or full-time opportunities. In addition, we provide job search skill tips. And so whether it's for an internship or an experiential learning experience, we want to make sure students are ready. In addition, we provide social media and LinkedIn profile preparedness and education for students to make sure their profiles are actually professional and ready to be viewed by the market. We also do a lot of networking events, from career fair preparedness to actually providing access to talent by employers through networking skills, speed networking events, as well as internship mixers, again, to make sure that we're providing a variety of experience for students to engage in their career aspirations.
I know I've been to a few of those events and they're always well attended by a lot of employers and students, so it's great to see that those are here for students to take advantage of.
Absolutely. In fact, last night we had our etiquette dinner last night. We had close to 200 people in the room.
Wow.
And that was about preparing students for not only lunches, networking, and social events, but also how do students behave in a setting where they're in a work environment to make sure their success.
Right. Well, now I read recently about the Handshake that you guys are now using, the tool, the program. Tell us a little bit about that.
So Handshake is our new recruiting tool that we just implemented in July of this year. And this is a recruitment tool to help employers to actually post jobs and recruit college talent, but also it's an opportunity for students to do job searching, look at skills and qualifications of opportunities, and it acts as almost like a Facebook feel and a Netflix where opportunities are actually uploaded to students on their profile. And so there's a direct match to interests and skills and opportunities in the market.
Wow, so that's really makes sense for this generation to have a tool like that at their disposal, and it's great that Career Services has got that for them.
Absolutely. We've received a lot of great positive feedback from students that it's innovative, it's creative, it's easy to use, and they really like the ease of the navigation tool and Handshake. So oakland.joinhandshake.com is a way for students to engage and look at opportunities.
Great. Well, hopefully that they take advantage of that. It sounds like you already have a positive reaction, so let's keep it going. What are you most proud of about Career Services?
I think I'm most proud of the fact that we have grown and advanced our services. Since 2010, we moved to North Foundation Hall. And now we are definitely in the light of students. We are in a student services building that's more exposure to the campus community. And we have grown and advanced our services and our staff to make sure that we're readily available for not only students' preparedness, but for the market. We're here to help employers engage and develop recruiting strategies and make sure that they can hire the best talent here in Michigan, which is at Oakland University.
Well, that's a great plug. That's awesome. So last thing I want to ask you, where are you located and where can students get in touch, if not in person, but online or other sources?
So we are located, our central office is here in North Foundation Hall at 154. And our two located team members are actually in the School of Business Administration, as well as the School of Engineering and Computer Science.
Great.
Within those two schools, we have a career consultant that is there to advise students one-on-one. And we also have two directors of employer relations to, again, develop recruiting strategies to hire talent and to build a connection with students here on campus.
Nice. So it sounds like you got a great team ready to help students whenever they need.
Yes, absolutely.
Wayne, any final thoughts before we wrap up here?
One final advice to students is keep in mind that finding a career is a journey. So I would absolutely encourage students to diversify your skills, develop marketing skills and transferable skills, and start early. So as early as your freshman year, sophomore year, begin that exploration process. Take a look at those opportunities that you might not be thinking about. Expand your job search, expand your experience level. That's really going to be a best fit for you and make you marketable for the future opportunities.
That's great advice, Wayne. Thank you so much for being with us here today and sharing your advice and what you guys do here at Career Services for the students watching.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Stay tuned for more Explore OU after the break.
There are many reasons not smoking can greatly improve your college experience. Oakland University is a smoke-free campus. Visit oakland.edu/EHS for more information.
The moment I knew, I found my calling.
The moment I realized I'm on my way.
Are you ready? Find your moment at oakland.edu.
A sneeze from someone infected with the flu contains over 100,000 contagious cells and can contaminate a room for hours. Stop the flu at OU. Visit the Graham Health Center for more information.
What's happening, OU? I'm Jake Klotz, and welcome to another episode of Out and About.
Hello, and welcome to Veterans History Project. I'm your host, Sarah.
Welcome back to another episode of Focus on Faculty. I'm your host, Anna Robb.
What up? It's your boy, Dan Gordon. I'm here on the set of The Take.
Welcome to another episode of Visiting Professionals. I'm your host, Austin Slaybaugh.
Hey, OU. I'm your host, Brianna.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Explore OU. Welcome back to Explore OU. I'm your host, Horacio Zaglimbia. Let's get back to the show. Next up, we take a look at WXOU. General Manager Jake Rapinati takes us on an in-depth tour to show us what happens at WXOU and how students can get involved. Let's check it out.
What's up, guys? I'm Jake Rapinati. I'm the General Manager here at WXOU, and I'm going to give you a little tour of the Palace. Come on in.
WXOU is the student-run college radio station here on campus. You can come in and do a show about anything you want, as long as it's, FCC friendly, as long as it's clean. We have shows about music, politics, video game, basically anything you can wrap your head around. You can do an hour. You start on pre-record, then you move up to live once you're sounding good, and it's a lot of fun. I think the best part about it is the fact that it's freeform. You don't have to stick by a specific format like a lot of other college stations will.
We started in 1966, so this year is actually our 50th year. We've been completely student-run, I'm pretty sure, for the entire time we've been around, which is really cool. In the 90s, we made the switch to FM radio, so we have a tower. It's actually out by the Palace of Auburn Hills where the Pistons play. And then in the mid to late 2000s, we started streaming online. We just keep trying to make it so more and more people can hear us. This is our live studio where all of the live broadcasting happens. There's actually a show going on right now. Say what's up, guys. Hey. That's Dave Bugg and his Jolly Radio Hour. Right here at this front desk is our faculty advisor, Marty Schaefer, very esteemed faculty advisor. Over here we have Kevin Hawthorne, our music director. tons of CDs. He gets about 100 a week and he's got to sort through them all, pick out the good ones and toss the bad ones. We like to keep office decorations around, so this is our fall into relaxation bear crow, very seasonal, very friendly. If you follow me back here, this is kind of our lounge area where everybody hangs out. We got some vintage t-shirts on the wall, got some vintage records like the Sebastian strings, I don't know. And we also like to have a little bit of fun with these bowling pins, or some may use them for juggling, whatever. This is one of our production studios, so any of the new DJs come in here and they work on these computers for their pre-recorded and overnight shows. And then over on this computer we do a lot of our editing and post-production stuff for those awards that we submit at the end of the year. So right next door to this studio is actually another studio right here. All the same types of things happen in it, but that one's a little more hot because we have some equipment running in the back there, so I prefer that one personally. Now let's check out the executive staff office. This is our executive staff office where everybody has their desks, and then we also have our meetings in here. All along the walls you can see these vinyl records, and if you step over to this other side, we got a couple more desks and our entire music library, hundreds of CDs. I hope one day I'll be able to see these shelves completely full. We also have everything cataloged on a spreadsheet online for all of our DJs to see, and it's rather overwhelming at times. And then if we back in here, this is the general manager's office. This is where I stay. Always hard at work in here. Got my awards on the wall. Got a cool Star Wars poster. And then I always keep some secret snacks in here for when I get hungry late at night. I enjoy the fact that nothing around here is too serious. Yes, we do take our job serious, but we realize we're a college radio station. We like to make sure that we are having fun.
My favorite part, it started off just goofing around on a microphone and hanging out with my friends, and then once we started to get more serious about it, I realized that a couple of people that I was close with got actually moved up in the radio industry and got real jobs at real radio stations, and that's kind of what I thought, wow, this is legit, like this is real, and you can make whatever you want out of it. As much effort as you put into WXOU, you can get pretty decent results.
We're located in the basement of the Oakland Center. It's room 69. I always tell everybody to listen for the music, follow the music when they come down in the basement. If they just follow the music, they'll eventually make it to the station. We have applications outside for anybody that wants to get involved. They can grab one, fill it out, and our assistant program director tries to get back to them within a week or so. So we try to do that pretty quickly. I'm always welcoming people to just walk in and start asking questions, because odds are somebody here is going to tell you about their great experience and why you should be involved at WXOU. All right, so thank you guys for stopping by and letting me show you around the place. We welcome all students. We keep our door open throughout the week because we want to bring in as many people as possible. But right now, it's Friday, it's the weekend, and I got to get home, so you guys need to get out.
Well, that's all the time we have for Explore OU today. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure you tune in next month for another exciting show. I'm your host, Horacio Zaglimbia. See you next time.